New York City, a symphony of sound, honking taxis, distant sirens, laughter on the streets. Above it all, a million twinkling lights against the dark sky. The city pulsed with life, a stark contrast to Maya's quiet loneliness. She sat at her window, a cup of tea growing cold in her hand. The city's energy felt distant tonight. Across town, Keon navigated the crowded streets. He was heading to a rooftop bar, a place he often went to escape the confines of his small apartment. The city's energy usually invigorated him, but tonight, a familiar ache of emptiness lingered in his heart. He yearned for connection, for someone to share the city lights with. Maya decided to venture out, drawn by a need for fresh air and a change of scenery. She found herself in a rooftop bar she had never been to before. The city lights twinkled around her, each glimmering point a reminder of the life she felt detached from. Taking a deep breath, she hoped the night might offer a moment of magic. Keon stepped onto the rooftop, immediately drawn to the view. He loved how the city looked from above, a glittering expanse of possibility. His eyes fell on a woman sitting alone at a table. Something about her posture, the way she gazed at the city, resonated with him. He decided to take a chance. "Hi there," Keon offered, a warm smile on his face. "Mind if I join you?" Maya looked up, startled. She met his gaze, a mix of surprise and curiosity in her eyes. He had kind eyes, she noted, and a disarming smile. "Sure," she replied, her voice a soft murmur. He pulled up a chair, the metal scraping lightly against the concrete floor. "I'm Keon," he said, extending his hand. "Maya," she responded, her fingers lightly brushing against his. His touch sent a surprising jolt through her, a flicker of warmth in the cool night air. Small talk flowed easily between them, the initial awkwardness melting away with each shared laugh. They discovered a shared love for old movies, debated the merits of different pizza toppings, and found humor in the city's quirks. "So what brings you here tonight?" Keon asked, genuinely curious. Maya hesitated, then decided to be open. "I needed to escape my apartment," she admitted. "Sometimes the city feels too big, you know?" Keon nodded, understanding flickering in his eyes. "I get it," he said softly. "Sometimes it feels even bigger when you're alone in your apartment." Encouraged by his empathy, Maya shared more. She spoke of her unfulfilled dreams, the career path she'd abandoned, the fear that kept her from pursuing her passions. With each word, she felt a weight lifting, a sense of relief at sharing her vulnerabilities with this kind stranger. Keon listened intently, his gaze never leaving her face. He saw her not just as a stranger, but as a kindred spirit, someone who understood the complexities of navigating life in a city that could be both exhilarating and isolating. When she finished speaking, he shared his own story. He spoke of his own struggles, his doubts, and the longing he felt for something more. He confessed his fear of failure, the way it held him back from taking risks. As he spoke, Maya saw a vulnerability in his eyes that mirrored her own. Hours flew by, their conversation flowing effortlessly. They talked about everything and nothing, their laughter echoing across the rooftop. Somewhere between shared stories and stolen glances, a connection sparked between them, a feeling of intimacy that transcended the short time they had known each other. The city lights twinkled around them, no longer feeling distant and cold, but warm and inviting. For the first time in a long time, both Maya and Keon felt truly seen, their loneliness easing with each shared moment. As the night drew to a close, a comfortable silence settled between them. The first hint of dawn painted the sky with hues of pink and orange, a breathtaking backdrop to their newfound connection. "I should probably go," Maya said, her voice laced with a hint of regret. Keon nodded, his gaze lingering on her face. "Me too," he replied, his voice equally reluctant. He wanted to hold on to this moment, to this feeling of hope that had blossomed between them. "This was," Maya began, searching for the right words. "Special," Keon finished, his eyes meeting hers. "It was special, Maya." They stood, a mixture of emotions swirling within them. Hope, excitement, a touch of fear at the uncertainty of what lay ahead. "Maybe we could do this again sometime?" Keon asked, his voice hopeful. Maya smiled, a genuine smile that lit up her face. "I'd like that," she replied, her heart filled with a newfound lightness. They said their goodbyes, their parting a promise of new beginnings. As Maya walked away, the city lights seemed to shimmer with a newfound brilliance, reflecting the hope that bloomed in her heart. She glanced back one last time, catching Keon's eye. He smiled, and in that smile, she saw a reflection of her own hope, a shared promise of a future that felt full of possibility. The city that had once felt so isolating now felt full of promise, a testament to the power of connection. A reminder that even in a city of millions, Sometimes, all it takes is one chance encounter to change everything.